Hello, happy Sunday. How are we all doing today? Right. I've not long returned from church. If you've had time to look at my Greatness Pavilion channel, you would have seen some of video of me dancing in the church today. I'm sure some of you will pretty much have done the same today, Sunday. It's a day of rest. I know sometimes we do work. There's nothing wrong with actually working on Sunday as far as you're doing something good. Great. Right. I posted yesterday that there was going to be something really special to talk about today. And that's what I want us to have a quick look at now. It's simply about how to discover your gift and stop wasting your life. You see, I think the trouble with life really is about not knowing exactly what to do. And it's pretty okay if you're not sure what to do. You are never the only one in that position. Many people are in that place. I've been in that place myself for a long time. I didn't know what to do. I'll say for example, my first degree was in biomedical science, microbiology, to be specific. That was something I never really thought about that. I had wanted to go into medicine, but because of bureaucracy in Nigeria university system, I ended up bagging a degree in microbiology, but that's okay. It was nothing. I didn't lose anything. I just gained some experience, some skills from that training that I'm still using today. So, why are most people really exhausted today? It's simple. It's not because they are working too hard. No, not necessarily. It's simply because they are spending their energy on things that don't move them towards their purpose. If you know your purpose in life, it will just be easy. I was hearing a man saying he had a conference and he asked people who were there, if they were told they were going to die, they have like maybe just 6 months to live, or even less than, what would they do? And everybody in the room said they will quit their job. Does that not tell you something? If you know you're going to die, you're going to quit your job because there is no point in doing it, and that means it's not for you. Then you ask, one man said, if you know you're going to have just 6 months left to live, what would you do? What he said was surprised. He said, you know what? I'll be doing more talking. I'll be doing more interviews, doing more podcasts. Because he doesn't consider that to be work. Yeah? So if you know exactly what your mission is in life, you find out that things will just be easy for you. You enjoy it. You want to do it till you die. You never retire doing something that you love. You never retire. Huh? Everyone said, the greatest tragedies in life is not failure. It's simply succeeding at something that is actually not meant, that we are never meant for you to do. I remember a story of a young man who graduated from Harvard University. And he happened to be one of the best students of the year, the graduating class. And then they asked him to give a speech. And he got to the podium. He burst into tears. So people were shocked. They thought it might be tears of joy. But when he managed to pull himself together, guess what he said? He said, I had wanted to be a musician. So when he graduated, everybody were happy that, oh, he's the best, medical student and this. But that was not his calling. He wanted to be a musician. But because of pressure from families, from parents and friends, he ended up doing something else, even though he was successful. According to them, he came out a first class. But to him, he didn't see it as being successful because that's not what he wanted to do. Now, let's look at how do we then identify our gift. First, here are some few ways that we can actually use in being able to identify our gift. The first one is those things that come ordinarily to you. Things you do effortlessly. You don't struggle to do them. What do people thank you for? Your friends, your colleagues, what do they thank you for? What do people come to you for help for? That's one of those things, I remember being in a job in a private hospital some years ago. And there was this lady who I met, and she told me about her husband who had a throat cancer. She was tearful. Then we spent some time together in the staff room. And I just spoke some words to her. When she got home, she sent me a message to say, Godfrey, nobody ever speaks to me that way. Thank you. You lifted up my spirit. I was at my lowest because I didn't know what to do. My husband has throat cancer. I have young children to look after. They've given my husband just a few days to live. When you spoke to me, you strengthened me. Thank you. Thank you. So that's one. Two, another way that you can actually identify your gift are look at those things that energizes you. There are so many things that we do that they just drain us. But few things that you do that you see when you do them, maybe you help somebody, you are energized. I remember, I'll give there was a time I was on a holiday with my wife and kids, and we were coming down from a hotel. Then I saw this old lady and her husband. They were trying to come down. They had 2 suitcases in their hands. I told my wife, babes, I need to go and help these people. I was touched. My baby was in a pram. I left my baby down with my wife. Then I went upstairs. I had these two old ladies. One of them had a walking stick and they were dragging these suitcases. I helped them to bring these suitcases down. They came down and they said, "Thank you." I was more fulfilled than them. I just helped them. So what are those things you do that energize you? Those things that you do that make you feeling alive. That's one thing that tells you what your gifts are. Then thirdly, look at your life experience. Some of the experiences you've had in your life. Sometimes your greatest pain actually reveals your greatest purpose. Some of the challenges you've overcome in your life. That's another way for you to be able to identify your gift, and then you can begin to work at it. So those are just few ways. I say, like myself, I remember a time I took a detour in my career when I was working as a nursing assistant. Took some time out to go into something, a different business. I went into taxi driving. And I remember, among all the testimonies from my customers, because I remember a time where people voted for me to become, I was voted as the hero of Manchester. I was given a VIP ticket by my company then to go to Manchester United with a friend to go and watch a popular football event. Here's a significant one that happened one night. I met these two couple. When I picked them up from, one of those affluent areas in the city of Manchester to bring them into where the clubs and bars and everything are, when they were coming into the car, I could see on their faces they were not communicating. The wife sat at the back and the husband sat in the front with me. So with my emotional intelligence, I knew, these people were going out, but they were not really in good terms. They were not communicating. So I started the conversation. And before you know what, everybody got involved. The husband and wife, we were all talking. The wife was laughing. The husband was laughing. At the end of the day, the husband sent me a message. He said, "Thank you, Godfrey. The night that was supposed to be miserable for us, you changed it." He said, "You changed it." When they came out from my car, both of them held their hands and walked into their bar where they were going. So those are some signs, some little things that you will see that will help you to be able to know what your gifts are and what you should be working at. Here is another one again. I remember I was in a multidisciplinary meeting in my work. And while we were talking, the psychologist, she didn't know me much. When I spoke in the meeting, and she said to me after, I said, "Godfrey, I think you should be a motivational speaker." I said, "Wow." I said, "Thank you." So what am I saying? If you pay close attention to the things that people say to you on a daily basis, you'll find out you will be able to easily pick out and put one or two things together that give you a direction towards your gift and what you should be investing most of your time on.